smile? Yeah, why not? So good. Well, let me just give you an idea of what it or do you want
No.
Okay. Alright, do you guys want to go ahead and come on in a little bit?
If you want, we can grab, is there just a few people? We can grab some chairs. Like,
There are 2 chairs right here and I can get 2 more.
there's 2 right here. Oh, let me grab my stuff out of this chair back here. And you can have this one.
Here's one more chair.
So everyone has
You guys, I don't, I'll be the last person.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so please give your undivided attention to our guest today, and I will let you introduce.
Thank you so much for coming over here, even though it was kind of like forced. But this is Jarel Shaw, and he is an author, motivational speaker, poet, dancer, and track and field athlete. So he's got a full plate, he's very motivated, and he's here to talk to you just about life in general. Okay? Can I get a hand for Jarel?
Can everybody hear me in the back? Yes. Wonderful. Okay. Sorry, there's another eye looking at me here. I gotta make sure that that's on. Okay. Wonderful Monday, everybody. Some of y'all is a little lacking, which I understand. The whole basis of what I want to talk about is yourself in particular. Just yourself. Okay, I know there's a lot of things going on probably in your life. A lot of people got different circumstances and a lot of things going on in your friends' lives. But the fact of the matter is that you are here having a college experience, and you're paying for your tuition, board, meal plan, when the fact of the matter is that you could probably go home right now, get on YouTube, and exactly your major, you can get the information here for free. So why are you here? What is the purpose of you actually being here? What is your intent? What is your purpose of your existence on this campus? Some of you are head over heels. You want a minor and a major, and you've been told that a minor and a major is what you need for your job. Some of you are here because you're like me, you're first generation. You're trying to be different than your mother, your father, your auntie, your uncle, your brothers and sisters. You're trying to be different. You're trying to show yourself in a different type of light. Excuse me, but the idea is, why exactly are you here when you can get the information that you could acquire for your major online for free just by clicking it up on YouTube or in Google? What is your purpose of being here? A lot of us come from a lot of different circumstances, a lot of different experiences. And there's nobody else on this earth that's going to deal with you longer than you. You are in your own skin. Nobody is going to be or has to be comfortable in their own skin being them except for you. So you have to be comfortable with who you are. And some of us in this room have no idea who we are or why we're even here. We're trying to find it. We're trying to get it. And some of us do know why we're here. And for those that do not know who you are, in particular, again, different circumstances, different situations. Some of you are paying for your tuition. I don't know how y'all doing it, but that is some magical shit. Because I cannot. I'm not paying my own way. For y'all that are doing that, that is fantastic. That is amazing. But you could honestly get out of this place right now, use that money right now to invest in yourself in a different manner, yet you chose to use it for college. Some of y'all ain't got no bills. Some of y'all ain't got to worry about food, clothing. Ain't got to worry about a car note. Some of y'all ain't got to worry about nothing while being here in college, except for y'all schoolwork. And you have a lot of time on your hands. Lots of time. Plenty of time. With no curfew. Which is amazing again. And you can do anything you want to for those time that you have to improve yourself in any type of way. I'm not trying to persuade you to thinking any type of way. I just want you to think. I want you to expand your mind just for a second. You are not the perfect person, but you are the perfect you. What does that mean? That means I can act like you, I can walk like you, and I can talk like you, but I cannot be you. Because there's something about you that is particularly different than anybody else in this room, anybody else on this planet. There is something about you that is unique and that is captivating. But nobody knows it unless, one, you find out what it is, until you bring it for the world to see. You bring it into existence. Now, I'm going to say this once, and I'm only going to say it one time. You can agree with me or you can disagree, and I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what color. We are gods living a human experience. Believe it or not. And some of us, we know, how many of us have heard about myths and goddesses and Hercules and Zeus and all that? Majority of us in this room have gone down that boring, unforsaken path for no apparent reason, like it really is going to help us in the first place. Of course, we don't agree with that. Majority of us don't. Some of us do. It's fine. But I personally don't agree with that. But what I do agree with in that sense is that what they taught us was a human and a god, they mate, and their son or daughter is a demigod, correct? So what that tells me is that you in particular have something of a different quality inside of you that nobody else does, because you are different. You did not come from your mother, you came through your mother. There is a difference, and you have to recognize that difference, because that difference, if you know that logically and internally, then you will understand where you come from. You will understand what you were born to possibly be if you bring that forward. I can raise a child. A child is born with a clean slate. If I would tell them for the rest of their lives until they grow up to actually know what I'm talking about, if I told them they were nothing for a very long time, either they have two choices. Either they would try and prove me wrong, or they would grow up to be nothing. But if I told this child that they could be anything they wanted, do anything they wanted, and they were a god, then maybe they would act like it. There's a lot of us on this campus, and there's a lot of us probably in this room. Excuse my language, but a lot of people are acting like niggas. And it doesn't have a color code, ladies and gentlemen. Because a lot of us act like it. Because we've been called it for a long time in our lives. But the truth is, you are not. Is a word, has meaning. But you do not have to be that word. The truth is, you can be anything you want to. Now, it may require some specific entitles. If you want to be a princess, or you want to be a dragon, or you want to be a ninja, most likely you're going to have to go and be in a movie and be a ninja or a dragon or a princess. And you can be anything you want to be. You just have to bring it into existence. If we've all gone down the religious path of Christianity, we've probably read the book, most likely. God said, and then it was. Isn't that a capability that you have as a person? You can think it, and it can come into existence. This book right here, this is mine. It's Secrets We Keep from the Youth. This was in my head at one point. Now you can feel it. Now you can touch it, and now you can purchase it. Something that you are perfectly capable of doing. Imagine you would just stop for a second, and every single goal that you have ever had in your entire life, you make first instead of making everything else in your life first. Most of us in this room make our goals and our dreams secondary to other people, to other situations, to even ourselves, because we're hiding behind ourselves. We make our goals secondary. Something along the way stopped you on the road of where you were actually supposed to be, or it put you in a loop, I don't know. But we come from different circumstances, different situations. I understand that. There's a topic. I can say any topic, but we can go through it differently. Depression. We've all gone through depression. Some of us are going through it right now. But the fact is that you, in particular, are going through a certain type of depression that nobody else in this room is really experiencing but you. So you are particularly different. On this campus, we are the majority, but everybody else, if we picked them out individually, they would all have different stories on how they got through depression, how they went through suicidal experiences in their life. We all go through it differently, and that's perfectly fine. You just have to recognize with that difference, there is something in particular inside of you that needs to be brought out. Now, the point of education, the main purpose of education, I don't know what other people have taught you about education, what they've taught you in particular, but the idea of education is to bring a curriculum to you and bring it out of you. Meaning, everything that is inside of you that you need as a human being is deposited in you. You just need a curriculum to bring it out of you. That is the point of education. So there's something in you that the world may want to see. Or people need. So some of us are hiding behind what our parents have told us, what our friends have told us. There's nothing more scary than being revealed. I get it. Most of us in social media do that all the time. But what makes you comfortable isn't always comfortable to somebody else. I get it. I understand. Everything I'm telling you, I am victim to. I've gone through my stages of depression and suicidal thoughts. It was a struggle, but that's how I learned to be me. Now, a particular way to learn who you are, to understand who you are, you have to be alone, which is lonely. But nobody else, again, is going to be in your skin. Nobody else is going to deal with you longer than you. So can you actually live with yourself? With the decisions and the actions that you have done or will do? Because there's a lot of things I know a lot of you in this room you've always wanted to do. But you've never done it because you made it secondary. You've yet to do it. You've yet to experience. You've yet to elongate yourself. There's a passion, there's an inspiration, there is a feeling inside of you that I would consider warm, that makes you feel home, and yet you refuse to let other people see it, maybe because you're scared, maybe because you're not sure, or you just don't know. That's okay, you don't know who you are. If you are here on campus because you don't know who you are, I recommend you find it fast, because we're coming into the real world, people. And we already know, I've heard some of y'all discuss what just happened, a while ago. People shooting other people. Scary as hell. But you have to find out who you are. Wrong place, wrong time. It's easy to get mixed up. But I'd rather you not be on this campus because somebody told you to be here. Again, some of y'all ain't got to worry about bills, housing, food, none of that. So, what is your actual being? Like, what is your purpose of actually being on this campus? I mean, really, you can find anything online now. Everything is online. Everything. It's not that hard. But there's no point in being somebody else. There's no point in acting like somebody else when there is nobody like you ever in this world. Make a goal. Make some dreams come back. Make yourself come back. Because some of us have lost ourselves over some bull that isn't necessary from other people. When you are greater than other people, now we all understand. Playing field, I would say. But you can change your frequency tomorrow. You can change yourself tomorrow. Be different. And the real people in your life, instead of falling off like leaves on a tree, they would actually stick with you because they understand that you are trying to be something more. You're trying to find yourself. They understand it, so they're going to stick by you. And for the ones that go away into the distance, they go away into the distance. And they will regret what they once had. But you should not down yourself just for other people. I've been told all my life, you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. That's just how that goes. So you're going to have it. But you are going to have the people that will stick by you because of who you are. There are going to be people there that are going to stick by you because of what you've done. And they understand that. Not everybody's supposed to understand. But you as a person, you, if you've all stuck with me this far, as a God, have something unique in you that the world still needs to see. Believe it or not, the world may want to see. They just don't know it yet, because we all coming together, we all don't know what we want. There's something that you could do to just change things. And I'm focusing on self so much because you cannot help other people until you help yourself. I got nothing for it. Most of the time, I've always not liked therapists, especially marriage counselors, because how you gonna tell me about my marriage problem and you single? You ain't got a marriage. I don't see how that's gonna work, in my opinion. But that's just me. You need to work on yourself before you help somebody else. I'd rather my therapist be married and happily married, and then tell me about my problems, than me be married and I'm having problems with my wife, and this person's single because they, probably piss somebody off because they know everything, or having issues in their life, whatever the reason is. It would just feel more comfortable that way. That's just me. I just would like you to believe in yourself a bit better than anything. I mean, we are in college now. You have hella time to yourself. You have hella opportunity. And the moments that probably count for the majority of you are right now. Time is moving kind of slow, kind of fast for some of you. And you don't know who you are, what you've been. Some of you do know. I get it. Some of you do know who you are as a person. In particular, for me, who I am as a person, I want to be the best person I can be that the world has ever seen. I want the world to know that there will never be another person like me, because I don't know anybody as of right now, my age, that has as much talent as I do as quickly as I'm doing it. I don't know anybody that's doing it. And it's not about money, in particular for me. My success is about being tangible, something in your hand that you can have. This book, for instance, whether it does well or not, I can pass this on. I can show to my nephew that I created a book, and you can do the same. You can produce yourself and grow yourself in a different way that nobody else has seen. And it's only particular to you. Because nobody else can do it but you. Nobody else has done this but me. At the rate I'm doing it, much talent I have. I don't know anybody else. If anybody else is, please come and find me, because I want to work with that person. I firmly believe that we are captivating beings, and we aren't just something to be thrown around. And most of us would consider, in the long run, that we are going to live long and healthy lives. And so are our parents, and so are our friends. But the fact of the matter is that when it all boils down to it, when you're on your deathbed, it is what you didn't do, not what you did do, that will hurt you. And it's just fact. And I'd rather every single person in this room at least do one thing they've always wanted to do out of passion, love, and understanding than not do it at all because of fear and lack of motivation. And I don't know what you pray to. I don't care what you pray to. The fact of the matter is that you don't pray a prayer twice. I don't care what you say. The fact is you don't pray it twice, because then you cancel it. You cancel out your own prayer. I'll give you an example.
Can I borrow $5 from you? Can I borrow $5 from you?
Yeah. I don't know anything. So I'm asking him to buy $5. If I ask him again in the next 5 minutes, that means I don't believe that he's going to give me the $5. So when you pray to God twice about the same prayer, you don't believe in it. Or you don't believe in God, one or the other. That's just how I see it. You don't have to agree with that. It's perfectly fine. And we like to pray about our problems to God, whatever God you pray to. If you don't believe in God, that's fine too. But for those that do, we like to pray to God about our problems, about our bills, about our emotions. You came through your mother, not from your mother. So what God don't know that your bills ain't due? What God don't know that you having issues in your life? It's just understanding. It's just getting it. You gotta be aware of what you say and what you do, because you have to understand you are what you attract. Believe it or not, you are what you attract. If you bullshit, then you attract the bullshit. There's a lot of, I know in particular women I like to have conversations with, we men are all the same. You attracting the same men, that's all. You attract the same men because you are what you attract. Some of us may disagree with that, I get it. Some of us are a ball of sunshine all the time. You can say that if you want to. But something deep down is telling you that you are a bunch of bullshit, so you are attracting bullshit. It sucks. We're not always able to be all happy and all grateful all the time. But let me say something in particular to this group of people. You have to understand to control yourself. Especially when you get mad or get upset. You're finna cry. If you understood what sadness and being mad and being fearful does to your body alone, then you would probably stop it. I know a lot of people that die from lung cancer and never smoked in their life. 98% of people that die from lung cancer never smoked in their life. You know what kills them? Grief. The emotion, grief. They die from it. It's stupid. That's what grief does to you. Being upset, your liver starts to shut down when you get mad. You know that? Because you're upset, you're angry, you're feeling an emotion. You think it's nothing, but you're feeling the emotion. If somebody makes you upset, you get mad. They're telling you off, they're doing whatever, and they make you upset. You are only hurting yourself. And what I mean by control your emotions is control your emotions in the person that is hurting you. Because that person that is hurting you, what does it do getting upset in front of them? What does it do crying in front of them? That gives them, showing them that they have power when they have none. You have to understand that you are in control of yourself. Most of us are unable to do that because we don't even know ourselves. But when you are in control of yourself and you understand yourself, you will not give that person that makes you upset, makes you mad, power over you and make you throw a fit or cry in front of them. What you will do is that you will hold yourself, and then you will go to somebody else who deserves your crying, who deserves your madness, because they know what to do with you in that situation, and they can actually help you instead of bring you down. Now that's a whole practicing process. But it means something. I'm not saying don't get upset. I'm not saying don't get mad. I'm just saying don't do it in front of that person. Do it in front of somebody that actually gives a damn about you. So you are not the perfect person, but you are the perfect you. I'm going to perform for you guys. I'm going to dance. I'm going to do a different song than I did in the first lecture because got a little emotional. I hit a little ground area and y'all couldn't see me in the back, so I'm going to try and stand up as much as possible.
I always forget my glasses.
That's true, that right. She's still more way, yeah, that's red, get a whole lot of but that's news on my bottles that right I'm all about my child. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. Get me around with someone say that I made her right hand. If she ever call my phone, you know I got her. But I like that girl so much, I wish I never met her. I was listening to this song. It go like, I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. You'll find another life to live. I swear that you'll get over it. And I know you're sad and tired. You got nothing left to give. You'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. Wish I never ever told them. I was only trying to show them. I stopped up on your neck trying to froze your ring. I had to get in the bitch to hold it back. You was in my way looking at the rain. Yeah, she's smiling happy but I'm laughing cause no man lane. That just go to show me money don't attract things. Stuck to the plan, even though you used to go with me. Yeah, I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. You'll find another life to live. I swear that you'll get over it. And I know you're sad and tired, you got nothing left to give. You'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. Side up my rap, you strapped up your rig. Diamonds on your neck, lights up on my wrist. Compliment my style. She don't want me, I'm running wild. You know I respect her on the level. She don't want me, get up with that. Go over there with that profile. Off my same around that leather. My new chick, I'm spinning me back. Want me back, never. That's true, that right. She's sipping more way, yeah, I swear I get her wild. I know but that's news on my bottom stay right. I'm not alright, but I'm all up on my child. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. Gave me brain was always say that I made her right. If she ever call my phone, you know I got a job. But I like that girl so much, I wish I never met her. I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. All the lights in you. You're fine. You'll get over it. You'll get over it. I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. All the lights in you. You'll get over
I just want you guys to think. I'm not asking you to agree with anything I just said. Not at all. Not even dancing, I'm not going to agree. I'm not asking you to agree with anything I said. I just want you to think. Plain and simple. I want you to think. think a bit higher of yourself to think higher of other people. You can't help anybody if you don't help yourself. My book here, Secrets We Keep from the Youth. It's about education, politics, media, economics, American ideals, philosophy, beliefs. This book, you can type it in on Google, The Secrets We Keep from the Youth, and it'll be like a book patch link to whatever. It's just $10. They want me to raise the price. I ain't doing it because this is information that you guys need to just think about. It's only 81 pages. I wanted it to be that short for the convenience of your time. I am a huge stickler on time. I like things to get done quick. We all like things to be done quick, obviously, because we have smartphones. It's been programmed for us to be like that. And our ability to focus on certain things, it's hard, but the idea is that it's short for your convenience. This lecture was for your inconvenience. Sorry, your convenience. Yeah. It was for you in particular, so you can just think of yourself in a higher, in a different way, and so you can use your college experience. I appreciate you guys' time, I really do. I thank you very much for being here. Even though you were forced, I apologize. Did not know there was going to be a forcing. But thank you very much for listening to me, being engaged. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All of you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, class. So, like